Okay, so I haven't been on YouTube for a long time. Um, and that's mainly because, how do I put this? I haven't really been bothered with it. Um, like, I just couldn't deal with it much. So because everyone's at home now, I'm going to do my best to do a few videos. So if you're subscribed, then you've probably seen my minion slippers laughing. I'll just get one of them. This is one of them, and every time I wiggle my toes, it makes it look like they're laughing. So that's why I did it. So what should I do in this one? I could do an art show because I've got an app on my phone called Sketch the Day or Sketch of the Day, and I've done a few of them. I'm not sure how well these will show up on camera, because most of them are pencil, a couple of them are pen, but that's why I've turned off the lights above me. But I can't really control that because it's sunny and they're blinds and they're closed. So here we go. This is the first one I did. So this one was labelled lava, and as you can see, there's lots of fire around. There's some lava going down there. There's a phone that's kind of hanging in the air, and some burnt trainers down there. Someone thought that they could do a selfie near an exploding volcano. So that's not very good. This next one is called Light. Well, the prompt was light, so I did a very stormy sea with a boat and a couple of rays of sunshine. Yeah, I know, not very good, but that's what we were prompted to do. This one is Bob, and because I'm a swim teacher and a lifeguard, we have to do regular training every month, and so this character here is called Bob. Well, I call him Bob because he bobs up and bobs up and down in the water. He's otherwise known as the Tango Man because he's bright orange, and yeah, so I call him Bob, other people call him the Tango Man. There have been a few arguments about that. I can't remember what the prompt was for this one, but that's me waiting to go across the road, and a bus was very close to hitting me because they are very, well, they're very wide vehicles, buses are. I think this one was known as mug or cup, probably mug, because I drew a cupboard that my parents used to have, that was filled completely with mugs. Like, really completely with mugs. And this one was throw. So I drew someone throwing a throw onto a settee or a sofa or a couch. So throwing a throw. There's a throw and the person's throwing it. Yeah, my art's not very good, is it? But then it was, but it's not as good as it could be. That one was medal, I think it was. And that's a medal of... Oh, that's a medal winning a medal of a person. Yeah, I thought that was quite funny in my head, but now that I'm showing it on YouTube, I'm not sure quite. I don't know. I just draw. Sometimes I've drawn people really fast. Other times I've drawn what I can see in, like, the marbly tiles. But with this app, it actually helps give me something to aim towards. Yeah. This one was feed. So lots of people did bird feeders, and so did I. This one was pour, P-O-U-R. So I did a fountain pouring out of the letter R. Yeah, I know. This one was slow. So it's a person's brain and the cogs are not turning properly. And that's basically what happens in my brain. The cogs don't quite turn as they should do. They do turn, but not quite as much as they should, or quite quickly, or I don't know. That's because I'm dyslexic, and how do I put this? My dyslexia affects the short-term working memory and language processing. So sometimes I find it difficult to talk. Other times I find it difficult to understand what people are talking about or saying. So, yeah. And if you give me verbal instructions within half a second of you stopping talking and are just about to turn away, I've forgotten what you've said. By the time you've walked a metre away, I've forgotten that we even had a conversation. Yeah. Yeah, I know. This one is called, I don't know. It's either whole or mystery or something, but I've called it What's Down There, because that's a big massive hole and the person there is looking down it. Yeah. This one is danger. So I've done a person, I've drawn a person having a bath in a vat of chemical waste. I do not know where these things come from in my head. Um, this next one is labelled home. So I remembered a painting that my parents have. That's by some famous artist. I can't remember what. But to me, it's a picture of someone arriving home. So there we are. That's home. And this one was something to do with lines or family or something like that. And it's based on Star Wars. So if you can read that, that's basically Luke and Darth Vader. Luke's saying, "You killed him!" And Darth Vader says, "No. Line." And someone off stage is saying, "I am your father." And Darth Vader says, "Really?" And so he says, "Son?" And Luke says, "Dad?" So that's a very silly thing. Yeah. So that was a very, very silly thing, but I remember lots of comedy people doing things similar to that. So I drew it, basically. And that one is labelled bath. So I thought of running a bath, and then I thought of a bath with that's got the kind of roll top and with fancy legs. So I thought of a bath running away like a horse does. Yeah. And I had two thoughts there, and so I did another really quick one. Next one I did was skate. So that's a couple of roller derby girls there. And I have started doing roller derby. I'm only in the rookie stages at the moment. I've got most of the speed, but I have no technique whatsoever. Yeah. And I have thought of a derby name, and it's to do with my swim teaching and lifeguarding, but also how inexperienced I am with everything. So I've decided on tidal wave. So yeah. Yeah, I've called myself Tidal Wave because I'm normally cool, calm, and collective, and I'm very kind of go with the flow kind of person, but once I get started, I just go, and you never know when I'm gonna crash. And this last one is called Bed. And so I drew this. That is my bed. And I do have 3 pillows. And that is Dennis the Menace. I've got a Dennis the Menace hot water bottle cover, and I've had it since I was a very small child, and I've still got it, and it is very warm, and it's basically something to cuddle during the night, and I really enjoy it. So that's the art I've done for the past 4 months. That is 4 months worth of art that I am not very good at, but I am getting better bit by bit. Yeah, and I'm recording this on my phone because my webcam is so out of date. It is unbelievable. I think it's about 10 years out of date, something like that. And I'm going to be doing some other videos, hopefully something a bit more interesting than this art one. Might even be like me drawing something quickly, or something like reading a book or reading something that I've written, or even me playing bass or falling over on my roller skates. So stay tuned, and I will see you next time.